Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I thought I'd come and continue to speak about transcendental psychology. Speaking about those times that we live in, and there is an individual past and there is the collective past. So I wanted to rebound a little bit what I said. I was revealed last night, the night before, that there will be 5 years of transition, and the window of opportunity for the Earth to fully enter into the fourth dimension will be 2029, around 2029. But before that, there can be mass arrest, there can be the emergency broadcast system, the quantum financial system, the NESARA, the GESARA, the solar flash, the 3 days of darkness, the galactic intervention, the Agarthen, the people from the inner Earth that would introduce themselves to humanity. There is so much, so be ready for anything. Yet understand it is not about the outer transformation that will bring us to the fifth dimension. It is about our integration of our higher self, of our and monad, our soul, spirit guides, and monad, and the I am presence. So it is very important to realize it is a personal thing. I have this deep soul connection with a person. I realize I'm at the end of my cycle of the fourth dimension, and she's just entering there. So I have to understand that. And most of humanity are still enclosed within their bubble in the third dimension of their selfish ego, comfort zone, and they haven't really developed courage, compassion, and lucidity to let go and to create this unity consciousness. So for me, I entered into this fourth dimensional, multi-dimensional reality in the early 90s. So it took me a long time to eliminate all kinds of blockages I had from past life. I could have gone faster, but I was a little bit indulgent and not so. Now I know if I could go back, I would go faster. I would jump, but it's all part of the process that we've set ourselves to grow. And so a lot of people will require sometimes to traverse this fourth dimension, to address the inner world, because even if the galactic would come, or we liberated financially from all the parasites of the political stage and all the extraterrestrial technologies and all that, they would still not be galactic beings. It has to come. We have to create this connection within the heart, within the love, to accept, to break free of all kinds of limitation and bondages, to open to our multidimensional nature, to learn to jump from reality to reality within our consciousness, and until to become interdimensional, until we can integrate and starting to understand that we are multi-dimensional beings, because we live between the world, the ego, that is all the past, the traumas, the conditioning, the experiences, and all that is physical come from the past. And then there is the soul. The soul is already in the future, in the liberated state of consciousness. So it's about integrating both this human ego, nature, mortal nature, with the eternal aspect of our soul and spirit and guides. So it is very important to continue to cultivate this sense of connection to the higher self, and continue to develop courage, compassion, and lucidity. Because the ego is always referring to the past, and the soul is always ready to move into the future. So it's about standing in between those worlds sometimes. Because sometimes we have things that I'll speak for me. I hope this will resonate with you or serve you in some way. But sometimes I have things that comes into my consciousness. I will react from a wounded place, less and less now. But from a past trauma or past conditioning, or have a judgment in relationship to some past situation I experienced, and that which. But the future is supposed to be very different. So we're given the time to heal, to transform, to integrate. And from a paradise point, from a spiritual point of view, time and space are gift from paradise. They allow experiences outside of the original perfection of all that is, and through time we're returning. We have to accept our imperfection, yet we have to work on it. That's very important to continue to. The first commands were from when we left the Universal Father. So be you perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. But we can never achieve that. We can only move forward to that, and accepting our imperfection along the way, loving ourselves regardless. For at the end, everybody will have to stand before the great light and the great unity of consciousness of the whole. And within the whole, there is the impure and the pure. So it is the more we open to this amazing nature of all that is, the more we are faced to having to transmute darkness and to assist to fuel, to acknowledge and fuel and cultivate the light. For all of it is already there. to develop the wholeness navigator, to be whole and whole within the great wholeness of the universal consciousness. Those things will come, the great universal one, because within the universal one, there's all kinds of collectives, all kinds of collective egregores and consciousness, and that is true on all dimensions. So there are 12 sub-universal dimension that we need to master. Right now we're trying to move from, some people are moving from the third to the fourth, others are traversing the fourth, others are moving from fourth to fifth, and there are many in the universe that are moving from fifth to sixth, sixth to seven, seven to eight, eight to nine, nine to 10, and etc. And each dimension has very, very specific law we need to understand. For the law in one dimension doesn't work in the same, like in 3D, it's all about education and the ability to act upon what we know in many ways. For whatever we think, whatever we say, and whatever we do, the universe will always react. And so, but in 4D, it is about a quantum field. It says whatever we think become, whatever we feel we attract, whatever we can conceive, we can make real. And so we become engine of creator. In the fifth dimension, we're starting to manifest things in a much more direct way. When we get to the seventh dimension, everything we think become, but by the time we get there, we have eliminated all kinds of illusions. A lot of people are very comfortable within their illusions, and sometimes I feel like I have to shake a little bit the tree, but it's very important that we return to our well-being, to our sovereign strength and authority. The card of the day is the tribe. We're going to come together with our soul family. They're from all walks of life, all countries. We've been separated just for the purpose of eventually reuniting. And there is nothing that will bring us greater joy and happiness and sense of belonging than connecting to our soul family. And there are many that some of them we know, some of them we do not know. And so I thank you so very much for your donations. If you can, it's really, really kind. I really, really appreciate it. And I know I will soon be free. Until then, it's like I have to ride the waves. And I thank you for supporting the channel. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, because it's going to be very different video in the future. And I might open a different channel for English and French, or maybe I'll just put subtitle, depending. I won't be able to do two videos of the same thing when I discuss philosophy or spiritual consciousness. I can do that, but when it comes to life situation, it's like we can't reproduce that. So it's like, so be ready for anything. Just know what you want. Just see how you feel, what you receive. And life will always be able to send us information, whether we're awake, whether we're in a meditation. Sometimes it's like comes under meditation, but even when we're awake, once we're connected to the alpha state of consciousness, when we really tune into the inner self as well as the physical hologram, then life will mirror and give us information about many things. It's just a matter of having the consciousness to hear that those messages are personal to us, that is reflected by the mirror of life. Well, I hope this message will be interesting for you. I communicate from my heart. And the observer of the day is the hot seat. It's the seat of the emperor. It's like, wow, empowerment. Really, really good, very powerful empowerment. We're going to have to assume the responsibility of that power that is coming to us. The highest wisdom is the longing for the return to the great one, the unity, and that is a good thing. And that comes from the soul. That doesn't come from the ego. For we need to master our senses, the desires of the bodies. It doesn't mean that we got to give up all those things that we like in physicality. It's just we need to be the master of those lower impulses in order to become empowered. Like Thoth, the master of wisdom, gave one example. He said, do not drink when you're thirsty. Wait till you're no longer thirsty, then you can drink. Do not eat when you're hungry, because then you are submissive to your body. And when you overcome that, then you can eat. Well, that's just one example, but our senses, we need to come to wisdom, and the soul has to assume the responsibility of controlling them. As a Pisces, I'm very indulgent, and so I wasted a lot of time. Now I'm coming to certain realizations. What we need to understand is just passing through. There are certain things that are just passing through. They're just educational processes. We are just passing through this planet, in truth. Even if we had 1,000 lifetimes, we develop some very strong attachment and love connection and to other souls, but our destiny may be much higher, and so at some point we will trust. but certain things are just passing through. I know I'm at the end of my cycle here, so a new cycle, a new plateau, a new reality is going to unfold. But a lot of people are just entering into this fourth dimension. So God has given them some time to integrate their both dark and light side, to be more psychically informed, connected, to be able to be more intuitive, to be more compassionate, to address the shadows with courage, to become lucid, to do meditation. So it will take some time. It will take actually 4 generations for the whole planet to be in fifth dimension. For now, we want people to move into this fourth dimension where there is freedom, when there is more consciousness and self-responsibility in the creation of our reality. What we need to do is to continue to cultivate the dream, the vision as the castle in the clouds. Make your vision realm the most beautiful possible. And when you have to face things that are difficult. It is part of the process to integrate within the Great One. There is all things. There is the dark and the light, and God is aware of all things. He allows certain things. But at the end, justice will be restored, and everything is fair. Everything will be fair in relationship to the choices and the thoughts, the words, the deeds, the intentions. Everything is being considered. The law is more intelligent than we are, and nobody can be beyond God, beyond the source, beyond the consciousness of the great wisdom of the supreme consciousness. And God will never be, what do I do with that? Sometimes there may be some situation where the gods on paradise must probably, well, I don't even think they need to convene on, but who knows? God is free. He's not limited by anything. He's not limited even by this infinite perfection. He can come out of all things. That is really so it's like it's a magical discovery. There's this unity, this connection, this ability to receive this divine energy of love, beauty, truth, goodness. That is our true nature in essence. And the outcome will be wisdom, more wisdom, and I've received some really beautiful information as I woke up this morning. It's like I'm like, well, ready to live it. It's really the oasis in the desert. We want to be the oasis in the desert because people will be thirsty for knowledge, thirsty for truth. And the truth we need to explain to them, we need to give them that possibility, open the door so that they can lose the fear of going within themselves to seek their own true connection to the heart and the source and the love and the creator and their soul. So it's like, it's very much, it's called a heart drop. It's really the essence of wisdom. We're getting to ever increasing level of wisdom, but that means it's very Socratic, because we know we don't know, and the more you know you don't know, the closer you are to the truth. Yet we're not denying what you've been taught, we're not denying the knowledge that you've already acquired. But sometimes we cannot rely on the knowledge we acquired, because there is a process of growth and evolution that is multidimensional right now, and we try to work in coordination with all the space and celestial agencies as well. It's to coordinate our programs and to align and to serve, to see how can we do to serve the plan of the Creator from the higher councils of the earth. But we all have a direct link to the Creator that englobes all. So when you think of God, your I Am presence will be able to filter everything that is not important and bring you back to what is important. So pay attention to your intuition, your heart. And the card of the day is anger and alimentation. It confirms that we need to master our senses. We need to bring all our senses. That's why meditation is very important, to come to the point of stillness, to learn to teach the soul and the astral body, the yin and the yang within us. They need to take the mastery, the control of all our physical senses, our 12 visceral entities, which is the nose and the smell, the eye and the view, the ear and the hearing, the mouth and the taste, the body and the touch, and the intuition and the cosmic, the conscious, the genie double etheric, the cognitive consciousness that is with the intuition. Those are children of the soul. In truth, it was revealed through the spiritual school of non-beings, this approach to reality. I'm going to pull a few cards. The highest wisdom is to be a figure of authority. It means renouncing all of the matrix conditioning, and to be your own authority, to allow your higher self to be the authority, to blend in your highest consciousness, your highest vision with something that is slowly but surely to awaken to the discovery of the true you that's already there. What we need to understand is the arts. I love the arts. For me, it's like I dedicated my art, my life to the arts, and I'm so eager to be able to undertake. I have so many projects, creative projects. What we need to do is health, to see what can we do to improve our health, to drink a lot of water, to eliminate some old habits, whatever that is. It's like sometimes we have to take care of our health because it's like preparing our physical vehicle for higher light, clearing up this vessel so that the presence of God will be able to settling in. For now, if it's impure, God is only a sparkle, an atom of consciousness that is. The soul is an atom of consciousness, but the Creator is a universal presence, so it is everywhere. But it's very important to as we purify our body, we purify our consciousness, we purify our emotional consciousness, we will without judgment, because it's all part of a process. There's all kinds of things that are going on from conditioning of the past that we need to integrate and accept and love. But as more space, we create more space within ourselves, then the presence of spirit will be able to unfold with greater ease. And the outcome is the Celtic, to remember those past life in the Celtic communities. I remember, for me, it's like this very strong connection to this young person that we had this very powerful life. Spirit showed me we were a powerful couple, power couple in the Celtic reality, and we were like connected to the. So it's like it's all the connection of the world of we all had lives in everywhere, but this is very much about connecting to the nature spirits as well, and to be well connected, to have to return. The Akash will open, and the Akash needs to be balanced out, the energies of all our lives, and they will reveal little by little. I've been revealed like dozens and dozens of past incarnations, or just glimpses. Well, you were that, you were this, you were whatever, but we don't have all the ins and outs of all that happens within those lives. And the more we are able to, the more we find this centeredness, this peace, this open-mindedness, this connection to the source, naturally from the DNA will activate and memories will come back. So there's three energies that are constantly in motion. There is the blood that goes up and down. There is the cellular memory. Within each cell there is a DNA, and within the DNA there is all the Akash. So we have this cellular memory that can be positive or negative. It can remind us of something negative or open us to some soul reality. And then we have the electromagnetic energy, this force that transports the energies of the cellular memory into the brain to be interpreted within a relative reality of something coherent within our own reality. For it is all in truth very magical, very beautiful, this creation of the universe. It's just on this planet we've been through. We had to go through a lot of struggle to. We didn't have to, but we had to. So there is all the opposites are always there. So it's not like we had to, but we've been through. So it's like when you traverse the fourth dimension, it's like Dante in the Divine Comedy. Except to traverse the circles of hell. Then he finally opening to the mountain of purgatory, and then eventually reach out the paradise. But the fourth dimension is a little bit like that. There is like the upper part and the lower part. So in order to find this upper paradise, the biblical paradise on the fourth dimension, this Garden of Eden, then we reach the fifth dimension and we're free to go to something else. But in order to find the upper planes of the fourth dimension, we need first to address all the shadow aspect of that which we partake in, we were part of. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to finish with a song and pull out a few cards. It's a song that went through my mind yesterday. I never sang it before except in the French video. So it's an old song from the 70s. It's called Love is in the Air. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around. Love is in the air. Every sight and every sound, and I don't know if I'm being foolish, don't know if I'm being wise, but it's something I must believe in, and it's there when I look in your eyes. Love is in the air, in the whisper of a tree. Love is in the air, in the thunder of the sea. And I don't know if I'm just dreaming, don't know if I feel safe, but it's something I must believe in, and it's there when you call my name. Love is in the air, love is in the air, oh, love is in the air, in the rising of the sun. Love is in the air, when the day is nearly done. And I don't know if you're an illusion, don't know if I see truth, but you're something I must believe in. And when you're there when I reach out for you. Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air, every sight and every sound. And I don't know if I'm being foolish, I don't know if I'm being wise, but it's something I must believe in, and it's there when I look in your eyes. Love is in the air, love is in the air, oh, 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 love is in the air, love is in the air. Love is in the air. This was Paul Young. I forgot the name of the singer. It really went through my mind yesterday, this song. So I said, I have to look for it. Maybe I'll try to sing it. It's always pleasant to. Music is something very. The arts are all the arts are very very. Thank God they are here in some ways, because otherwise life would be poor. And the observer of the day is love, 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 love. And the name of the angel is Yeratel. So thank you. We invite the angels of love to show us new ways of love, new ways of for love. There is many different forms of love. The eros that is terrestrial, and then the eros that is celestial. The highest wisdom is justice, to be just, to be fair, to be true, to be balanced, to be in harmony, and to know that the divine justice will be restored on this planet. And it's been a long time, but everybody's going to have very soon to face the great light. It's just a little time was given. A few years still are given for the undecided. Although the soul has already decided, some human counterpart of those souls have not yet been complacent. They haven't complied to their soul energy. So we do need to align with our soul. Very important. And just expressing my just a point of view. So what we need to understand is knowledge. The understand on how the law works. We are the law. It is our law. It's the law of God of infinite perfection. Is here to teach everybody. And within each dimension, there is new laws. Like in 3D, it's all about education and ability to act upon our plans on a mental plane, but in the fourth dimension, it's already about the quantum field. What we think we become, what we feel we attract, and to eliminate all doubt from there. And whatever we conceive, we can make real. There is all kinds of new knowledge, and each dimension has new. Every time we move from one dimension to another, we eliminate some of the illusions we had in the past dimension, and sometimes it can be painful to let go of limitation, illusions. But it's very important to understand that every time we move from one level to another, there is new laws we need to integrate. About this great divine I am law, the great I am. For in truth, there is only the great I am, but through time there is the illusion of the other, the illusion of separation. What we need to do is to cultivate happiness, the more and more, to be happy. For what Spirit showed me this morning when I woke up made me really happy. I'm like, yeah. And so, and the outcome will be hesitation. So as long as there is hesitation, things are keep staying on hold. So just do not hesitate too long. Take the time to mature and reflect the positive, the negative. It's always good. We have this mental body still that is not to be denied. I'm just saying it needs to follow the flow of the heart will enlighten the body. The flow of wisdom that comes from the heart is here to enlighten the mental body. And so when the hesitation stops, we'll find authenticity. we'll find generosity, and we'll find joy. So it's like something to look forward to, something to live for. Well, thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.